Hi again, Ian Dainty. And we carry on with our 101 questions for business growth. Today we have question 41, which is very important, is what responsibilities does your chief revenue officer have? And are you ensuring that you even have a chief revenue officer like we talked about yesterday? Because it's so important to have one that you really need to understand what the responsibilities are and the importance of the chief revenue officer. As I mentioned before, the chief revenue officer wears three hats: marketing, sales, and customer service. Now, a lot of people will just think it's just marketing and sales, but customer service is a great way for a company to generate revenue. So what I want to do is look at what is a chief revenue officer, what are some of the responsibilities, and what are some of the dangers of not having one. So CRO thinking. Well, what's the role of a chief revenue officer? Well, let's look at it this way. The best way to think about a CRO and for CRO thinking is to look at the roles we already know. For instance, every company achieves success uses a chief financial officer. They have chief financial officer thinking, CFO. And CFO addresses strategic issues like raising capitals and exit strategies, is in charge of the financial reports every year, etc. Now, a lot of companies may not have a full-time CFO, but they need CFO thinking. And then you have a controller who looks after sort of under the CFO. And that's kind of what the managers of the marketing and sales and the customer service are. They're kind of like controllers under the chief revenue officer. And so it's very different on the revenue side. After the business plan, most companies, like 99%, just go out and hire salespeople, and a marketing person, or possibly the salesperson becomes a marketing person, and says, get to work. Surprisingly, well, not surprisingly really, there's very little focus on revenue strategy, like the CFO's strategic thinking about finance. Just as you need CFO thinking, you need CRO thinking that says, what does our revenue strategy look like in order to accomplish the corporate strategy? So there's a structural level to build. And with it, the sales team, the marketing team, the customer service team, and have a high probability of success because they're aligned in the overall corporate strategy and the overall revenue strategy. So the CRO has to align the revenue strategy with the corporate strategy, and the CRO should be part of that thinking. When you act like a CRO and use CRO thinking, you can proactively generate predictable revenues on your corporate strategy and helps you win the revenue game. So what are some of the dangers of not having a CRO rather? Well, most people overpay for revenue because there's no common strategy or alignment. Now, don't get me wrong that, companies don't need to pay a lot to get revenue for their marketing and CRO strategy, but a lot of them overpay. Now, finance obviously gets sick of sales telling them to cut prices. Instead of working toward the same goal, everyone is working in different directions. Sales cycles are way too long, I don't have to tell you that, and there's tremendous conflict, and every bit of it costs dearly. Here's an example. When salespeople aren't clear on your revenue strategy, the markets and niches you want to dominate, and the offers you will sell into these niches, they make it up themselves. I've seen that happen so many times. So if you get salespeople who view your business slightly differently, and each of them, and they each see 2 customers a day, if you got 20 or 10 salespeople, then you're going to have 20 or 40 different definitions of what you're trying to sell to the market each single day. And since salespeople are hired to close deals, they're going to do everything they can to bring every deal rather than focusing on good, profitable deals for your long-term strategy. Okay? So you need to watch out what you're doing. The other thing is you need to hire a pro. Usually mid-sized, smaller companies can't afford somebody that costs a lot of money. Huge organizations typically have somebody, a CRO, at the table earning $300,000 to $700,000 a year. Now you can't do that probably. Then you maybe only need somebody anywhere from 1 to 5, maybe even up to 10 days per month. So you can bring in a part-time CRO, just like people hire part-time CFOs, and incorporate the CRO into the job description of the CEO, in the sense that the CEO, of course, is in charge of everybody. And the CEO really is in charge of revenue, just like he or she is in charge of finance, in charge of operations, in charge of the everything within the organization. So it's up to the CIO to hire the right people, and the best CEOs are the ones who know how to hire the right people and how to delegate properly. So the CRO, your Chief Revenue Officer, you should hire somebody. Don't go out and just hire a salesperson or two or three. Have somebody who's responsible for marketing, for sales, and for customer service. So let's look at 6 ways to act like a CRO. First one is revenue strategy and planning. You want to be where do you want to be in, say, 3 years when you need to do this year to year to move towards that goal? What niches do you want to dominate? What will you sell to create profitable revenue? Then look at the next 90 to 100 days and create a short-term executable plan that will constantly test and manage. I like to look at a 90-day strategy after you've set your vision for the company. So, okay, and then the second one is you got to manage the offers that you create. Your revenue strategy finds the niches you plan to dominate and what you're going to sell. You also need to decide how many offers your company can handle. If you're a small company, say under probably 10, 50 million, and you're trying to sell 10, 15, or 25 different things, no salesperson can sell that variety unless they're in a retail store ringing up orders at the register, which you're not as a B2B company. So the CRO, your Chief Revenue Officer, needs to find what the company will sell in order to dominate the most profitable niche, and you got to know what those niches are. Usually means focusing on fewer offers, not more. You then need to align the company around those strategic offers. Buyer messages. What are the messages you're sending to your buyers, to your customers, your clients, your prospects? When you're committing with the market, you need to think about the buyer's frame of reference. Now, we've talked about this a lot, of course. One of the biggest problems in any company, messaging. Instead of using your own words, and if you look at most websites, that's what they do. They talk about how great they are without looking at the buyer, your client, your prospect. You need to communicate in the buyer's terms so that your message is compelling, interesting, and meaningful. And there's a science in messaging, and every company should understand and implement that science. And the CRO can help you do that, whether it's full-time or part-time, as a contract position, which I believe most small companies should have, and they don't. Do you have a revenue roadmap? Most likely your population of prospects is infinitely greater than your resources to attack the market. And so to start, you need to create marketing programs to pull in the right prospects and massage them through a series of steps in the sales cycle. You need to be constantly bringing prospects to the surface who are hot right now, get them into sales, and move them through a very specific roadmap that optimizes the sales cycle for your company and your buyer. As your CRO, you need to ensure the roadmap is in place and that sales and marketing and customer service are working together to guide prospects and create profitable, predictable income. So do you have a revenue roadmap? CRO will help you do that. Somebody who knows what they're doing needs to manage the organization. You should be leading your organization, the CRO, to constantly improve corporate alignment, metrics, team skills. With this, you'll become more and more effective and obviously efficient. It's interesting that as you get more efficient, it costs you less money for better results. Your customers also become much more loyal because they're clearer about who you are and the value you bring. And of course, the other thing you have to do is measure everything. You need metrics. And you'll need, as an example, cost per sales, number of hours salespeople actually work. How is your marketing work? We've talked about this before, the metrics that are needed. And there's all kinds of them in sales, and I don't want to get into that, but you need measurements, okay? So there's 6 ways that you act like that you need to have a CRO. And the real key is to act now. Now, as I mentioned earlier, you can hire a CRO, and smaller companies should still have one, even if it's on a contract basis for anywhere from 1 to 5 days, 10 days a month, depending on what you need. But you do need somebody to manage, particularly marketing and sales, and customer service should be managed too by your CRO. Okay, I hope you understand what a CRO is and how important it is to your company that you have this Chief Revenue Officer to make sure that marketing, sales, and customer service are all aligned to move your business forward and to help you grow your business in a profitable, cost-effective way. If you have any questions, please give me a call or email me at ian@b2bbusinesscoach.com, or give me a call when you get a chance. And my phone number is below. And please pass this on by commenting on it, by liking it, by sending it on to other people you think may be interested. And send me questions that you have. Thanks a lot. Until next time.